Hello everybody, it's Stephanie Kakras here, and I come on live every Monday morning Melbourne time at 11 a.m. and I choose three cards from decks that I'm guided to choose from that I have, and I tune in and ask for guidance about what people need to know to support them in building wealth and feeling abundance for the week. So for those of you who don't know me, I'm Stephanie Kakras and I am a spiritual success coach. So I love to, my superpower really is aligning the spiritual with the scientific and the practical and bringing them all together, because I believe that success and wealth and abundance requires a holistic approach, which includes mind, body, and spirit. And I've been on my own very long journey to align all of three of those. And I love to apply everything that I've learned to help my clients as well to, to balance themselves and come into alignment. So for those of you who haven't been following along my Kickstarter campaign for my Parenting Oracle deck, the campaign finished on Saturday afternoon, and I'm very pleased to say that we just inched over the target of $7,500. So I was absolutely thrilled that I made the target, and I'm madly scrambling now to complete the editing of the guidebook that goes with the cards and send it off to the designer to get the final design done, and then I can send them off to the printers and be on track to deliver them out by Christmas. So this is what the deck looks like. All the front are obviously all the same, and then all the back have got beautiful different colors and images and messages. And I've chosen two of the cards for the wealth and abundance energy reading today. And even though the Kickstarter has finished, you can still order a deck. I've created a new item in my shopping cart on my website. So I'll just pop that in the comments here in case you want to go over and order yourself a deck anytime. Put that in there. That works there. There we go. Okay, so hello to those people who are watching. I need to get my phone out because Facebook won't let me see comments. I don't think it's been playing a bit funny when I've been going live lately, but that's all right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the general wealth and abundance energy reading for this week, and then I will check the comments on my phone and see if any of you would like me to choose you a random card with a message for you for this week. So the first card that I chose one card today from Alana Fairchild's Crystal Mandela Oracle, and I chose two cards from my own deck. But the first card that came out is Sensitivity. So this says Ascended Master Lady Nada and Rhodochrosite. Now the message from this card is all about using your sensitivity as a superpower rather than as a weakness. So I don't know about those of you who are watching, but when I was growing up, I am a sensitive person, and I was accused of being a drama queen, being a bit too dramatic, being a sook, being a whinger, and generally just being high maintenance and hard work. And I've spent a lot of years coming to terms with the fact that I am a sensitive person, and I've been able to turn that sensitivity into a superpower. And that's what makes me such an awesome coach and facilitator of other people's journeys, because I know what it's like to be sensitive. I know what it's like to be going through the challenges of life's ups and downs. And I'm non-judgmental because I know how difficult it is to move through some of those challenges. And sometimes it can take many years, and with certain things it's taken me many years as well. And so I really want to encourage you this week to embrace your sensitivity and to see how compassionate it makes you, and to allow yourself to feel the emotions as they come up. And because I believe that as we allow ourselves to feel our emotions, we can move through. That's when we can move through to peace. It's when we continually try and bottle up our emotions and put a lid on them, is that we continue, a bit like a Coke bottle that's shaken up, is that we continue to, they continue to boil over inside of us, and that's when our thoughts can go crazy as well. So expressing our emotions is really important. Now, the next card that came up, which is really interesting, because I believe when I choose the cards, I make a story between all three of them, because they're all connected. And so the second card that came up is the Assertiveness card. So this says, I understand it is okay to express anger, but not okay to be aggressive or abusive. So in relation to that sensitivity card, I'm feeling like if you've had some anger that's been bottled up about the way you've been treated, or if you're really just angry at the universe for making you so sensitive, so to speak, then I would encourage you to healthily release that anger. So there are the healthy ways to release anger. The most powerful way to release anger is to move your body. So vigorous exercise. If you go and do an exercise class, obviously kickboxing or a boxing class or something like that is great. But even even riding a bike, even going for a power walk, stamping your feet, turning the music up really loudly and singing to a really passionate song is a really great way to get passionate and get the anger out. I'm loving the song from Aladdin called Speechless, which is about this person, the woman in the movie overcoming being a woman and not being allowed to have a say, and being a princess and not being allowed out and not being allowed to do what she wants to do, and being, seen and not heard and all that. And, every now and then I turn that music up really loud and I sing like with passion along with her. And I feel like it just feels really powerful. And that it's okay to get angry with someone, and it's okay to get angry with the universe and to speak your truth. As a culture, we're very scared of anger because we see anger as being aggression and potentially violent and abusive. But there is healthy anger where we can speak up for ourselves in a really healthy, assertive manner, make people listen to us or encourage people to listen to us, without getting abusive. And so I'd encourage you to speak your truth and speak up this week. And that might be, journaling is another brilliant way to release anger. So to write out a letter to whoever it is that you're angry with. It might be yourself, it might be with the universe, it might be with the lack of financial abundance and flow and how you're just really frustrated and angry. Write a letter to your manifesting guide, make one up and swear and curse and just say whatever it is that you want to say. And then you can either burn that or you can just leave it. I've got a special journal just for expressing anger and expressing frustration, and it's full of swear words, and I wouldn't like anyone to read it, but everything that I feel goes in there, and it's amazing how my mind chatter just completely fades away after I've written those letters. So I would encourage you to do that. So the third card that's come up for this week is the intuition. So this says, I'm guided by my own intuition about what is right for my child rather than blindly follow what others have to say. Now, these are my cards, which are parenting cards, which are, it's encouraging parents to follow their own intuition. But in this context with wealth and abundance, usually people who are highly intuitive are also highly sensitive, and that's one of our superpowers. So it's encouraging you to practice using your intuition, practice that, listening to that gut feel, listening to those little sparks of ideas or creativity or something like that, and when you practice how you're feeling about certain ideas or to make certain decisions, whether it feels uplifting or feels heavy, then you can tune into your body and you can practice using your intuition to help you, to guide you along the way. So that's the message for the wealth and abundance reading for this week. Let me know if you're feeling overwhelmed by your own sensitivity, and you know, when we're overwhelmed with emotions, it can be hard to access our intuition, then please reach out and book a session with me, because I can certainly help to process some of those emotions. I've got energy techniques that we can work through to help you to come back into balance and into center, so that you can then move forward towards your goals and doing what you're here to be doing. So that's the wealth and abundance energy reading for this week. Jolene has asked me to choose a card. I would love to choose a card for you, Jolene. And Debbie, This Is Me from The Greatest Showman is a great song as well to, to sing really loudly to express that anger. I love that, definitely. Jolene, I shall choose a card for you. Okay, so this is the belief card that's come out for you, Jolene. So this says, I have high aspirations for my children and I believe in them. So I'm feeling that this card is about you and to believe in all possibilities for yourself. So when we go through a lot of challenges, when we try things that don't work, we can lose that belief and faith in ourselves and in our abilities to do whatever it is that we are trying to strive for. And this card is reminding you to keep the faith, keep that belief strong. What I do when I'm feeling a lot of self-doubt and need to bring that belief back is I pray effectively. I ask for guidance. I ask for the universe to show me the next step, to give me a sign, a positive sign, to help me restore that belief in me and what I'm doing. And, you know, something nearly always pops up. You know, it might be a positive comment from someone. It might be, you know, seeing repeating numbers like 888s everywhere. It might be hearing a song on the radio that really is very meaningful to me. And it just makes me realize that they're watching over me and they trust me and they're supporting me. And yes, I can believe in myself, but sometimes when that's tricky, it's really nice to have something higher than myself to believe in as well. So I hope that resonates for you, Jolene. Debbie, I'd love to choose you a card, Debbie. Thank you for supporting my Kickstarter. Thank you to anyone who's watching, who might watch the replay later, who supported my Kickstarter campaign. I was so grateful for everyone's support. So I'm really looking forward to completing the cards and getting them sent out to everyone so you can enjoy them. Okay, so this is the explanation card, Debbie. So this says, I take the time to explain truthfully what is happening. So I feel like this is in line with the message about speaking your truth and about explaining to someone who is close to you what is going on for you right now to help them to understand you better. So what we sometimes do in close relationships, it can be our mum, it can be our best friend, it can be our partner, is that sometimes we can assume that they should know what's going on for us, and then we don't tell them because we think, well, they close to us, they should understand, they should know. And then we can build up resentment when they don't give us what we need because we haven't actually specifically asked for it. We've just assumed that they should know. And this is something that, you know, I've definitely fallen into the trap of over the years is, you know, well, it should be obvious to anyone close to me that this is going on for me and therefore this is what I need. But it doesn't always work that way for whatever reason. I won't go into all the reasons, but this card is suggesting that you need to sit down and to explain to someone close to you what's going on for you, how you're feeling, why you might be perhaps, you know, going through a bit of a challenge or whatever it might be, or or working towards something and therefore you're a little bit distant or whatever it might be, and then explain to them, you know, if there's anything that you need from them, or you might need to step away and not see them as much, or you might need to see them a bit more, you might need a bit more, you know, a few more hugs, whatever it might be. So that's the card and message for you, Debbie. So I hope that resonates for you. Okay, Chrissy, good morning. How you going? Hi, Darlene. Nice to see you on. Chrissy. Let me see what Chrissy needs today. Okay, here it is. Okay, Chrissy, this is the rest card. So this says, I choose to make time for rest, rejuvenation, and relaxation. So there's not a lot of explanation required with that one, Chrissy. The message is that you've been working really hard. Your guides are so pleased and proud of all your efforts and, you know, how diligently you've been applying yourself, but they're worried that you might burn yourself out if you don't take a bit of time out for rest and relaxation. So I encourage you to make that a priority this week. If you want to pop in the comments, what is your favorite thing to do to rest? Resting is not something that I'm particularly good at, although I do generally have a nap most afternoons, to have a little 20-minute or half an hour meditation / nap every afternoon. That's my form of rest, because I'm not good at just doing nothing. I'm not good at just lying in a hammock or lying on the grass and watching the clouds go by. My brain's very active. I always want to be doing something. So getting enough sleep, having a hot bath before bed, having a nap in the afternoons, just easing off a little bit, taking that pressure off yourself so that you can rejuvenate and move forward. So I hope that resonates for you, Chrissy Lee. Oh my goodness, that's exactly what I'm doing at the moment. Perfect. Hi, Katarina. How you going? You're welcome, Debbie. So Darlene, you're next. And then I'll do you, Katarina. And then I'll do you, Polly. Yeah, Polly's saying her kids are in their 30s. So these cards work for adult kids too, but definitely, you know, sometimes it's nice to get a card for ourselves as well. Okay, Darlene. Okay, Darlene, this is the self-development card. So it says, I seek opportunities to expand my intellect, creativity, and self. Now, I know, Darlene, that you are on a constant journey of self-development, and you definitely don't need a reminder to continually grow and learn. But what I'm feeling the message from this card is that at the moment you are doing some serious up-leveling and you are really growing as a person. So, you know, you are really growing that spiritual muscle. So take it a little bit easy, go easy on yourself, because often when we're doing that spiritual inner growth and taking a step up, it can take us out of our physical, can take us the energy out of our physical body, and we need to keep centered, keep balanced, and we might need to ease off the tasks and the things that we're doing to allow all that up leveling to integrate. So that's what I'm feeling, that you're doing a lot of inner self-development at the moment, and you're on the right path, and yeah, keep going with that. Okay, I'm going to choose you are an adult kid. Yeah, we're all adult kids, that's the thing. I'm going to choose a card for Polly, and then I'll choose one for you, Katarina. So this one's for you, Polly. What would Polly like to know today? Okay, here it is. Okay, so this is the energetic boundaries that's come up for you, Polly. So this says, I regularly protect myself from absorbing other people's energy and assist my children to do the same. So feeling like there is someone in particular in your world that is sucking the life out of you is the expression that's coming. It's not a very nice expression, but that's just the way that it's being put. So it might be an opportunity for you to consciously, well, first of all, tune in and figure out who that could be that's sucking some of the energy out of you, and for you to take a little bit of a step back. You might want to perhaps have a little bit less contact with them. You might want to ask them not to go into so much drama when they're talking to you. So it can be something as simple as saying, you know, if there's someone who just goes on and on and on about drama and about all their problems, it might be just as simple as saying something like, you know, can we talk about something positive? You know, do you mind if, can we talk about good that's going on in the world? And just letting them know that, you know, talking negative stuff is not really the kind of conversation that you want to have. Of course, you want to support people and friends and loved ones when they're having difficult times. But if it's someone that's just always really dwelling upon the drama, you know, talking about everything that's wrong in the world, then it might be time for you to just take a little bit of a step back. And if you do have to continue to interact with them, to just imagine yourself being coated with a like an oil coating is the image that I'm getting, a bit like water off a duck's back, and allowing all that stuff to just slide off you and to clear your energy after you've been with them. You can just simply use your hands and just cleanse your aura like that. In the shower, you can cleanse yourself of any toxicity, and if you need a little bit more help, let me know. So I hope that resonates for you, Polly. Okay, the lovely Katerina. Let me see what you need today. Okay, so this is the personal responsibility card that's come up for you, Katerina. So this says, my children are responsible for their own feelings and actions, and I am responsible for mine. So this card comes up, it's a little bit similar to the energetic boundaries card, but it comes up when we are being overly responsible for someone else's well-being. So I'm, you know, I have no judgment around this, because I'll definitely put my hand up and say that for a long time in the past, I, you know, especially in my work when I was coaching people, I was really so invested in their success and in their, you know, in the transformation that they had as a result of me working with them, that I almost sort of wanted to take personal responsibility for what's happening for them. And it took me a long time to learn that I needed to do my thing, absolutely show up 100% and give my all. But in fact, that the transformation that they, whether they have it or don't have it, is completely up to them, and that's up to them, and that's their personal responsibility. And the only thing that I'm responsible for is my own growth and my own transformation. So, and of course they're related, but, you know, when we try really hard and we really want a result for someone, or, you know, for loved ones, you know, if they're going through a hard time, like this is something that I've done in the past as well. And I do need to pick myself up sometimes with my kids. If they're going through a hard time, or my family, I often will I'll take some of their emotions for them, and or their illness or whatever, and then I'll process it on their behalf. And that's not really good for me, and it's not really good because it's disempowering them at the same time. So to just lovingly give that responsibility back to them, for me to look after myself and my own well-being, and to encourage them to look after themselves, is the message for you today, Katerina. So I hope that resonates for you. Thank you, a wonderful reminder. Darlene, how perfect is this card as I'm totally up-leveling? My exercise and swims are so helpful for me to maintain my balance. Good, yeah, exercise and, yeah, being in the water is wonderful if you love swimming. That's so good. Keep it up. You're doing a really good job, Darlene. Polly's saying, thank you for the message. Yes, we'll meditate on who. And it might, you know, Polly, it might just be the universe in general, that you're picking up on the collective energy. So just remember to keep cleansing yourself every day, maybe 2 or 3 times a day. You might want to carry, if you believe in crystals for protection, black tourmaline's really good for protecting your energy. and spending time in nature, grounding into Mother Earth, you know, just helps you to be really solid and that kind of thing. So if there's no one else that wants a card, I'm going to say good morning to you all. If you're watching the replay later on, come in, please do say hello in the comments. Put in a hashtag replay or something, and I shall see you all again the same time next Monday, if not before. And if you missed out on the Kickstarter campaign and you still want to order a deck of my cards, now I've moved the purchase across to my website, so you can click on the link and go across there to order your deck. Thank you so much for watching, and remember that all possibilities lie within you. I'll catch you again next week. Bye, everyone.